Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Look, in just the next few minutes, we're going to break down the absolutely massive shift that's happened in the world of artificial intelligence. So if you feel like you blinked and AI completely changed, you're not wrong. It's totally different. I mean, think back to 2024. It was all about prompt engineering, right? Trying to wrestle with these simple chatbots to stop them from making stuff up. Well, fast forward to today, and we're talking about autonomous agents, thinking modes, and AI that actually checks its own work. It's a whole new ballgame. Yeah, so we're saying goodbye to the old chatbots and hello to these new agents. And honestly, this is probably the most important trend happening in AI right now. So, what exactly is agentic AI? Okay, so here's the simplest way to think about it. An agentic AI it doesn't just tell you how to do something, it actually does it for you. It's the difference between a librarian pointing you to the right bookshelf and a full-on research assistant who goes, finds the books, reads them, and comes back with the exact answer you need, highlighted and ready to go. And this is how these agents actually think, if you will. It's a three-step process. First, they plan. They break down a big, complex task into smaller, manageable steps. Then they execute. They use tools, they write code, they do whatever it takes to get those steps done. But here's the magic part. They verify. They literally check their own work to catch errors before you ever see the final result. That's the part that's a total game changer. And look, this isn't some far-off future thing. It's happening right now. 23%, almost a quarter of companies are already using these kinds of AI agents to handle complex, multi-step tasks. The future is already here, folks. Okay, so this brings up a really crucial point. The idea of a single best AI is, well, it's kind of dead. It's all about specialization now. So let's meet the new coworkers, the top models of 2026. Seriously, think of this list as your new team. You've got Google's Gemini 3.1 Pro. That's your super smart reasoning and research expert. Then there's Anthropic's Claude Opus 4.6, the best writer and coder on the team. GPT-5.3 Codex from OpenAI, that's your deep dive software specialist. You need real-time data? That's Grok 4.20. And for just churning through tons of work on a budget, you've got Alibaba's Qwen 3.5. And you can actually see the specialization in the numbers. When it comes to really tough reasoning problems, we're talking PhD-level science questions here. You can see that Google's Gemini is just pulling ahead. It's built for that kind of heavy lifting. But switch over to coding, and it's a completely different story. The race here is neck and neck. Claude is amazing at fixing real-world bugs you'd find on GitHub, while OpenAI's Codex is an absolute beast at the back-end stuff, like managing servers. Again, it really proves there's no single best. It's about the specific job you need done. And, of course, there's the money. This chart just lays it out perfectly. You've got this huge range, right? On one end, you have Qwen, which is incredibly cheap for doing tons and tons of simple tasks. On the other end, you have something like Claude Opus, which is more of a premium investment for when you absolutely can't afford a mistake. You get to decide where on that spectrum you need to be. All right, so now that we know about the players, let's talk about their new superpowers. What are these AIs actually good for in 2026? In software development, the change is just staggering. We've moved past simple coding assistants that just complete a line of code for you. We're talking about full-blown AI developers now. I mean, an AI like Claude 4.5 Sonnet can literally work for hours on its own, analyzing a project, writing new code, and even fixing its own bugs without any human help. And it's not just code. The creative world is getting a massive upgrade. We've got models from China creating photorealistic video from just text. Google's Lyria can spin up a 30-second rock song inside of Gemini. And Qwen Image is making these incredibly detailed pictures with perfect text, the kind of stuff that used to cost a fortune and take a whole team to produce. But here's where it gets really wild. AI is literally stepping off the screen and into the real world. We're talking over 1 million humanoid robots now working in places like Amazon and Tesla warehouses. And because they use these new vision language models, you can just talk to them. You can say, hey, go find the box that looks damaged and move it over there. And it just does it. All of this has led to some truly insane new ideas, like this one, vibe coding. You heard that right. It's a new trend where people who don't know how to code are building entire apps just by, well, describing the vibe. They tell the AI how they want the app to feel and what they want it to do, and the AI builds it. It's mind-blowing. Okay, so there are a ton of options, right? It can be overwhelming. So how in the world do you choose the right tool for the job? This next part is probably the most practical guide you're going to get. Think of this chart as your cheat sheet. The whole game has changed. You're not looking for the one best AI anymore. You're a manager, picking the right specialist for the task. If you've got a complex science problem, you call in Gemini. If you're writing a professional document, you give it to Claude. It's all about matching the need to the skill. And here's the real pro tip. What the smartest companies are doing, they're using a hybrid approach. They build systems that automatically send all the easy, routine tasks to the cheap, fast models like Qwen. And they only bring in the expensive, heavy hitters like Claude Opus when the task is super complex and critical. Doing this can cut your costs by over 60%. It's a no-brainer. So that's where we are now. But what happens next? Where is this all going? Let's take a quick peek at the road ahead for 2026. Yeah, if you think things are moving fast now, just buckle up. The pace is only accelerating. This year alone, we're expecting Grok's API to fully open up. NVIDIA's about to drop new hardware that promises a 10 times performance boost. And we're getting dangerously close to quantum advantage, where quantum computers start to change everything. It is just nonstop. And all of this leaves us with one final, pretty big question to think about. If these AI agents are our new digital coworkers, what does that make our new job? You know, as we move from being the one who does the work to the one who collaborates with the agent doing the work, our roles are going to change in ways I don't think any of us can fully predict yet. Thanks so much for watching.
If you care about AI, programming, and building smarter businesses, this channel is for you. I break down the latest shocking AI news and show you how to apply it with real code and real strategy. Subscribe now and stay ahead of the curve.